Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Warner Brothers Discovery reportedly wants DC Films set up like Marvel Studios. The merger between Warner Media and Discovery has been ratified, and the new company clearly hasn't spent much of excuse me. The new company clearly hasn't spent much of its R&D budget to stumble upon the idea of rebranding as Warner Brothers Discovery. Indeed, David Zaslav is now the man in charge, and he's already outlined his intentions to honor, celebrate, and elevate both brands. Naturally, the first question on the minds of a lot of fans is what this could potentially mean for the Snyderverse. But when you're talking about such a massive multimedia conglomerate that's already outlined its intentions to allow both HBO Max and Discovery Plus to operate as separate entities, a single hugely popular streaming exclusive is hardly going to be Zaslav's first port of call. That being said, a new rumor outlines that the post-merger CEO could look to restructure DC Films in a manner similar to Marvel Studios, which is admittedly something that should have happened years ago looking at Marvel. Kevin Feige is at the top of the totem pole and oversees the development, creation, and production of the entire MCU catalog, from movies and TV shows to comic books and animations, with his only superior being Disney's Bob Chapek. However, a DC Comics adaptation hailing from Warner Brothers designed for either a streaming service or theatrical release could at various points pass through the hands of DC Films president Walter Hamada. Warner Media CEO Jason Kyler, HBO Max Chief Content Officer Casey Bloys, and Warner Media Studios CEO Ann Sarnoff, while in the past, Greg Silverman, Geoff Johns, John Berg, and of course Zack Snyder were all tasked with trying to steer the ship to no avail. Streamlining has been staring the company in the face for a while, but maybe now it'll finally happen with Zaslav calling the shots. So basically, to me, it's like this. DC Films continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and they're going to continue to do it. Look, you guys basically have the Snyderverse. You set up the Snyderverse. Why not piggyback off of there? You have 4 storylines from that movie that you can go in. It's not hard. The thing is, you guys just don't want to admit that you were wrong, that the Snyderverse, you should have been put that out before the goddamn Josh Whedon one. Josh Whedon's one was so terrible. Fans wanted to go down there and tear you guys apart. That was BS on what you tried to sell the fans, and you didn't even sell the fans the good can of goods. You gave them the expired can of goods that's like over 30, 40 years old. And this is the problem that we have with DCEU, is that you guys do right and then you guys messed up. After the Dark Knight series was over, the Batman Begins, then Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, that's when you guys should have came with Batman and Superman. That's when you should have done it. And in that one, I would have gone to the Superman film, and then I would have gone to the Justice League. And I would have had Doomsday in the first Justice League. Then after that, I would have brought the next movie out where I would try to bring Superman back to life, and then I would bring in Steppenwolf and all of that stuff. You guys don't know how to set up your movies. You don't have to set it up like Marvel. You guys can set it up like you're doing. The Snyderverse is perfect. You guys could have, after you guys dropped the Justice League, you guys should have did Cyborg and then the Flash. Then you go into Green Lantern and Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all of these guys. That is how you do it. And then you come with this Justice League Part 2. But you guys are so stupid and so egotistical, you keep shooting yourself in the foot. And you guys don't even try to listen to the fans. You treat the fans like they're idiots, and they're not. The fans love DC Comics. We grew up on it. But if you guys are going to continue to treat us like we ain't worth nothing, I believe that DC Comics and the DCEU fans should boycott. We should not support their movies. We shouldn't support anything they do until they give us what we want, which is the Snyderverse restored. Now, there's reports saying that they're going to try to restore the Snyderverse and all of that, but I doubt it. I doubt it. They thought it was going to flop, but then when it didn't flop, that messed them up. They didn't know what to do. They were lost. So it is what it is. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Should they do it like Marvel, or should they just go along with the Snyderverse and just add on to it? To me, they should add on to the Snyderverse, and I think it'll be fine. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy.